I'm Jo, and this is my August wrap-up. I read 15 books in the month of August. Most of them are due to the Booktubeathon that was a couple weeks ago, and I also read graphic novels, which are awesome for Booktubeathon, or any readathon. So I'm just going to go through these quickly. I will link a video to my Booktubeathon Wrap Up because I'm not really going to talk about those books. Also, I am missing a lot of books because I read a lot of library books this month. So these are what I have. First, I read Veronica Decides to Die by Paulo Coelho. I have tried to read The Alchemist before and I could not get into it. I really enjoyed this book. This is a book about a girl. She's about 25. And she's just decided she's done everything that she can possibly do in her life. This is how her life is going to be until she dies. So she's just going to go ahead and die. And she takes a bunch of sleeping pills and she fails at suicide. When she wakes up, she's told that she damaged her heart and she only has like a week to live. And she is put in an asylum. And this is what happens to her while she's in there. And it was just a great book. I really enjoyed it. It's not depressing. It's a very relatable book and I really enjoyed it. I read a couple arcs on my Kindle. One of them was Wish Me Luck As You Wave Me Goodbye by Marius Gabriel. I loved this book. I also read an arc of The Square by Rosie Millard. This is a story about a neighborhood in London, and you get a little behind the scenes look at what is going on in the neighbors' lives. This is supposed to be a very upscale, moneyed neighborhood, but just because you have money does not mean you have class or morals. I read Harper Lee's Go Set a Watchman. Actually, I did not finish it. I read it all the way until chapter 16 and I just could not read it anymore. I have filmed a book talk on this. I just need to publish it. I don't know what to say about this book. It's just, I don't know, and that's why I've been hesitant on posting my book talk about this book. Marian Keyes, The Woman Who Stole My Life. I love Marian Keyes. Marian Keyes and Sophie Kinsella got me back into reading. They are just, and Maeve Binchy. Oh my goodness. I love these women. Marian Keyes is just hilarious, and this is her newest book. This is a story of a woman who, she gets this disease, and I know that I cannot say it right. In writing, it looks like Julian Barr, but it's not Julian, and then it's Barre, and she is completely paralyzed, except she knows what's going on around her. And how awful is that to be trapped in your own body? You can't even talk, you can't move, you feel pain, but you just are stuck there. And this is a story of her time and what happened to her because of that time, and this connection that she had with her neurologist and her family life, her husband. Her husband is an artist and he's the one that was supposed to be famous, not her, and she's the woman that stole his life. But then there's also a woman that stole her life, and it's just a very entertaining book. I loved it. This is just a great read. I read these two for the Booktubeathon, Metamorphosis by Franz Kafka and The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime by Mark Haddon. I read 800 Grapes by Laura Dave. This book was just a sweet little book. I heard about it. 800 grapes, that's how many grapes goes into making a bottle of wine. This is a story of a woman who grew up on a vineyard, and she's all grown up, and then something happens and she runs home back to the vineyard, and she finds out stuff that's going on with her parents and things that are going on with her brothers, and she's a fixer. She wants to fix everything, and it's just a nice little family story, and it's a very quick read. I really enjoyed it. I also read Some Luck by Jane Smiley. It is the first book in her 100-year trilogy, and when I have completely read all of those, which one of them isn't out until October, I will do a video on all three of them. And I read Hausfrau by Jill Alexander Essbaum. That book was not what I thought it was going to be. Wow. Now there is some explicit stuff in it, but it dealt with some really deep issues, and I really enjoyed that. My battery is running out, so I will link below to my wrap up for the Booktubeathon, and if I have done any book talks on these books that I have read. I think that my favorite book that I read all month was probably that Wish Me Luck As You Wave Me Goodbye by Marius Gabriel, although I read so many brilliant books this month. Let me know down below what was your favorite book that you read this month, because maybe I'll check it out in September. I am utilizing my library like crazy right now. Libraries are awesome. So let me know what you read, and I will talk to you later. Bye.